Hello. You know what's funny? My original prediction for what Silver Wolf's ult would require was right, and then I switched it to thinking it would rely on teammate elation skills in a hot instance, which was wrong. I should just trust my OG intuition at this point. It ends up aging better. What if Evanesia is the one relying on Aha instance? I mean, maybe, yeah. Now it's like, I still think Yao Guang is gonna be in the what's it called, the Silver Wolf team, because it's either Silver Wolf has ungodly amount of SP generation as a main DPS, or you do need an SP positive third slot, which is like no one even comes close to Yao Guang. So I still think Yao Guang's gonna be in there. I don't think EMC is going in this team when it comes to Sparksy. I don't know. I don't think EMC is going in the Silver Wolf team. It doesn't really make sense in my opinion. We gotta wait till his kit comes out, but right now it doesn't really make sense unless he has like also good punchline generation, but it isn't on the level of Sparksy's. Ash is Moe's but better. Yeah, way better. Yeah. I agree. I agree that his ultimate looks fucking fantastic. Everything else doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look crazy, right? But to be honest, the fact his ult already looks that good, or like looks that good, is impressive in my opinion. I didn't think he'd even get that much animation budget. Are you going to fold for Ashvale? Sit back and watch, okay? I might cook something up in the background. I might not. That's all I'm going to say. EMC being a support doesn't have to do anything with the sparkle thing. Like, he could still be a support, but what matters is SP positivity. If EMC doesn't have SP gen, or if his punchline generation is weak, then I don't think he goes in Silver Wolf's team and like the mono elation one. I think it's just an Evanesia thing. First time Gabby is wrong. What was I wrong about? Goatvale? I said he'd be a follow-up character before this came out and Anon leaked it. Oh, yeah. I got EMC being a sustain wrong, yeah. But Ashvale, I got right. So, yes, originally I thought he'd be break. But then on my recent video of his drip market, I switched to follow-up. And then on a stream before Anon Leak said he was a sub DPS, I said I wouldn't be surprised if they make him a duo DPS with Fei Xiao so they can rerun her real quick. Because he doesn't seem to be getting a main DPS in a long ass time. So there's no way they'd miss out on the chance to make him synergize with Fei. I think Archer just got another upgrade. Uh, in sustainless, probably. In sustained teams, you're competing against Cypher. Oh, maybe he can make up. Yeah, he could maybe make up for it with the damage on the follow ups and beat Cypher. Maybe. I could see it. Nah, he genuinely He could be an archer upgrade, I think. Because E0S1 Ash has 52% defense reduction. He has a general crit damage buff. And his scaling is also decently high. Like, decently. It's not bad by any means. Um, he also has a better E1 than Cypher, too. His E1, 36% vuln. Oh, brother. Holy shit. E1 Sparkle is good. It's not bad, but it isn't good. But it gets you closer to her E2, which is fantastic. E1S1, he might be stronger than other supports for DPSs. Yes, yes. E1S1 is like, it's pretty significant, man. Like, he could literally do fucking nothing and just sit there at E1S1, and his buffing capability is so damn high, it's still incredibly effective. I want to see Ashvale in a break team. I really want to see an E1 Ashvale in a break team. Do you still have the flu? No. No, Firefly buffs are for Annie. There wouldn't be any Firefly buffs in 4.1 beta. Good damage, defense reduction, broken E1 for Fua. Kinda, but kinda not, because once again, the thing with Ashvale, like, people have compared him to Dot before, and you can say this, but the difference is when it comes to the Dot characters, almost all their buffs apply to specifically Dot damage, right? Or some of their investments. Like E1 Swan is specifically for Dot, E1 Kafka is specifically for Dot. This Ashvale guy has no fucking, restriction. Like, there's zero restriction on any of his buffs. They just automatically apply when the guy's on the team, and he does absolutely nothing, which means you can put him in every team. You can put in E1 Ashvale in like any team in the game, and his buffing capability is so damn high that he's genuinely usable as like an AoE support, ignoring his damage, which is something for sure. It's definitely something. E1 SWAT isn't only for Dot. I swear it was only for like specific elements of Dot. I can check. Black Swan E1. Enemies afflicted with Dot will have their corresponding Oh, yeah. It doesn't... Okay, you need to inflict Dot and specific... Okay. So you need to inflict specific dots if you want your res to get like 25% res reduction on the enemies. And it's only wind, physical, fire, or lightning. Yeah, that's how it works. But it's still way more niche. His numbers are already out on Hakushin. There's no point in playing Dot if you don't have Kafka. I mean, it's still worse anyways. Like, his is 36% vulnerability with 0 conditions and for everything. Like, there's levels to this shit. Title means you're pulling Ashvale? No. I'm not changing my pulling plans on either of my accounts. I'm still going for the Silver Wolf team on my Cassie account, and I'm still trying to get Syrenes to redraw my Anoxa account. If I'd already... Okay, if I won the 50-50 on Cyrene back in 3.7, I would probably invest into Ashvale. But that shit set me back, so nothing I can do about it. Do you think Silverwolf will get a global passive? Genuinely zero clue. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna lean towards yes, because even if I think the global passive will be dog shit, the reality is a lot of casual players are easily baited if they think something's stronger than it is, and it's like specific to a character. Like Hoyo knows that brings in the money and entices people to pull, so I think they will do it. Do I think the global passive is going to be something that like actually matters all that much? No. I low-key forgot those existed. Yeah, most people did, because nobody cares. Unless you're some fucking sweat zero cycler trying to milk as many actions as possible with a Cassie global passive, you barely notice it. Especially now that Dawn Hung's free. So most people have good enough sustains. What if they put follow-up in Seal Kit and buff her with him in mind? They could. But I'm quite confident that they just want you to run him with Fei Xiao temporarily. And they're probably going to rerun Fei Xiao in 4 point... What's it called? 1. They could, though. That is a reality for sure. I will say it's kind of convenient timing. I could see them also buffing Seal to synergize with Ashvale. Make her a follow-up unit. If this is the case, then my Anoxa account would pull Ashvale. I would risk it, probably. Instead of trying to get E1 Seri, like I said before, I just grab E0 with my guarantee, and then I'd get... because I've lost a Seal on this account before, I think. So I could use Seal, use an Ashvale. I have a Tribby on this account, and then sustain. And that's like another team I can get done with. There's a good chance Ashvale might be strong enough to be ran as main DPS for quite some time. I don't disagree, but I still feel like his best in slot team will probably stick with Fei Xiao. I already saw a calc that Fei Xiao using Ashvale over Topaz, not using his E1. Right? Not using his E1 with 36% vulnerability. Fei Xiao becomes about 60% stronger in terms of pure damage. So, you add the E1 on top, it's now about twice as strong as Topaz. Fei Xiao literally does twice as much damage as she used to. So I still think his best in slot team will be with Fei, with them going back and forth. What if no Fei Xiao? Then try to run him with main DPS. It'll probably work. But I still think his best in slot team will probably be with Fei. At least temporarily. Like, in the future, he's obviously going to get his actual best in slot, but that's gonna, according to Anon Leaks, that's not going to be for a while, okay? It's not going to be for a while till this guy gets his DPS. Yeah, I believe so, K-Loey. I saw someone say it was in the 90s. So yeah, that's why the damage jump is so high. You're hitting near max defense shred. And once again, that's without his E1. That E1 adds another 36% vulnerability, which is just stupid. Will that make Fei Xiao stronger than Blade? Yeah, I think so. In my opinion, the optimal investment for Fei Xiao now these days probably is not her E2. It's probably something like E1 S1 Ashvale, then her E2. It's either between her E2 or Don Hung's E2. I'd say her E2, and then it's Don Hung's E2, and then E1 Robin, obviously, and shit like that. Fei Xiao now has really good team investment. Finally! She's been, like, using Moes for fucking forever at this point. I don't know how strong Fei Xiao is definitively right now. I don't know if she's break level. I mean, being break level doesn't even mean anything when Firefly's getting buffed anyways, but... The thing is, I do think Fei Xiao and Acheron will eventually get their own Nova Flares too, so... What does E1 Ashvale do? 24% vulnerability. And then if enemies have 80% or less total HP, it's 36% vulnerability. Is that your pub? Yep. Meta-wise, this region seems way better than Amphorius for older characters. Temporarily. I'd say temporarily. I think it's a little too soon to say this, because it was kind of the same thing at the beginning of 3.x, of people using older characters. Like, this could just be a honeymoon phase before we get, you know, the actual full best in slot teams that are significantly stronger. Ashvale's main DPS isn't Fei Xiao. Ashvale's main DPS is far and far away. But yes, I do think theoretically he could be stronger than Fei Xiao. I don't know how strong his E2 is either, but there's a possibility his E0 to E2 investment is also better than Fei. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he buffs so much. His team is definitely going to be duo DPS. Like, he just buffs so much. Alright, guys. I know this was a quick ass stream, but my fam's going to sleep right now and I don't want to talk while they try to sleep. So I'll maybe make a video today. If not, I'll obviously make one tomorrow. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Ash all over your veil. And